in the early season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome to Nashville, Tennessee, First Bank Stadium, home to the Commodores of Vanderbilt. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the South Florida Bulls, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Vanderbilt Commodores. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Bulls will kick it away to start us off. Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Motion from the wide receiver. On the option. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
Running game worked on 1st down. Let's see if they go back to it on 2nd down. Handoff to the single back. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll try to power their way ahead. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
That's a really nice job by this defense. Coming out, setting the tone. Great start, forcing a 4th down, forcing a decision already for this offense on the first drive. Really nice job coming out.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Try to pop a run on the draw. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
Draws and screens are a great way to slow down really aggressive pass rushers. It allows the defensive ends and the defensive tackles to run upfield. The offensive linemen kind of push them upfield, go down to the next level, try to sneak in a big play.
The Bulls can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking for a man. It's Bullock. It's complete to the left. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Well, a great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Caught in the backfield. It's Powell. Strikes first, delivers the punch, and works his way to the 31. And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that you can split him out and you can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible because he is one of those matchup problems. Linebackers aren't going to be able to run with him, so try to find ways to maximize that little guy's speed and athletic ability.
Bully ball on third and short. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down.
One of the coolest things I love about football is the strategy. Like, first drive, what are they going to line up in? What are they going to try to take advantage of? How are they going to attack us? And so far, this offense has had some success. This defense now getting in their territory. They need to figure out some answers to some of these questions.
From the gun to give, looking for room. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps, everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Leaves it with the running back. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. And the Bulls are facing 3rd and inches. Looking to throw, it's Bullet. Throwing right. It's complete. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Rushes on him. Touchdown, South Florida. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
And that was not what they had in mind as the kickoff sails out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Wants to go up top on first down. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
So now it's 2nd and long. wide receiver going in motion. Smith dropping to pass. He's got the tight end. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Commodores decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Takes the handoff. It's Powell. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Wow, what a big play. And how about the hit stick tackle right there? That's one this offense is going to remember.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. The screen, he can go. Oh, he's got some space. Pass to 30. He's at the and he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Bulls.
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Clemson is currently ahead early right now in Death Valley, but they just haven't been able to separate themselves offensively. They are up by 7 over Georgia Southern. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to hold on to and then throw downfield.
And the Commodores have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Smith wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Soft spot in the middle. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
It's really tough on offenses when defenses know what you got to do. You got to pass the football. They're in man coverage. How about the receiver understanding where the 1st down is? He smells it. He goes and gets it.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. On target to the left. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one. Sometimes your tight end's a safety valve, and sometimes he's your go-to receiver.
And the offense knew right away it was the primary target. It was where he was going with the football, because you know you get a little bit of suck up from those linebackers with the play action, and you feed the big fella.
They'll go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
When you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. He's going to take off. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
The Commodores are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. The play action fake. Finds the tight end. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. That's the end of the period, and USF is on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the 1st period as we look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the 2nd period and they try to find a way to answer. First play of the period, 1st down here. Smith dropping to pass. He's moving out of the pocket. Unloads to the right. He's got it. Turning it on. And he's brought down after a nice gain. I don't think he was the primary receiver on the play, but when you get that open, you become the primary target.
You ain't lying, and a great job. Credit to the quarterback seeing it, because you have your primary guy you want to go to first. He sees him wide open, delivers the strike. That's the guy you should hit, the guy that's open. Don't get hung up on that first guy all the time.
Well, the quarterback was really being safe with that throw, trying to put it in an area where only his guy could make the catch down the boundary there in the end zone. Just threw it a little too far outside.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Now on the option. They go to the ground. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Commodores!
Man, we've seen in recent years the evolution of the tight end position, right? You think about Brock Bowers at Georgia, Tyler Warren at Penn State. How about this guy getting involved in the option play? He's the pitch man. No one accounting for him. He's got the athleticism to not just catch touchdown passes or block for other people. Getting involved in the running game here on the option pitch for a score as well. Unbelievable job.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer. Breaks into the open. Few things on offense as reliable as a tough power back as he plows his way ahead to the 33. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
Hit as he throws. He's got an open man. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
Well, this defense is going to mix up their looks against this quarterback, playing some zone. That time it was man coverage, but they also brought the blitz. So they're just trying to keep this quarterback on his toes.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Back to throw, it's Bullock. Fires to the right. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Got a man, it's Smith. Makes a grab and a nice gain, gets it to the 35. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Using his legs, it's Powell. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to throw. It's Bullock. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
Right down the boulevard, it's good. And now the lead is even bigger.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He's able to work his way across the 25 to the 26 before going out of bounds. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
Off play action. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle of Sherrill. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
from the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Caught behind the line. It's Sherrill. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
It'll be 3rd and long. Smith wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Going to run it. It's Alexander.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. On the RPO. There, got some room entered to the goal line. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
And the Commodores have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on 1st down.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Smith dropping to pass. Floating away. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Doors! Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Catch in the middle, it's Nimrod. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
The Bulls with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Off the play fake. can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Man, you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
And the Bulls are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Here comes the option. He'll pitch it. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch? We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. The Bulls with the 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Bullock. Throws to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? After the incompletion, they go back up top. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
Right, 2nd quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some 1st downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Caught over the middle. It's Nimrod. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Well, they execute the in route, and how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. They just keep firing. Looking left. Wide open downfield. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the 1st half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in a 1st half.
They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll try to pop the draw. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. They're trying to eat up some clock here. 9th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 6. To the air. It's Bullock. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
They've done a nice job marching the football down the field to get into this position in the red zone. You throw an incomplete on 3rd down, so the question now, are you going for a touchdown, try to pay this drive off, or are you just going to take the points?
They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. Smashes it between the uprights. The lead now 6 here in the second. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Starts the drive trying to go up top. He'll pull it down and run. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving. The Commodores want to pick up the tempo. Wants to throw on first down. He's going for the big play. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Who says defensive backs don't have hands? Nice job breaking on the football and making the catch. A lot of times you see guys swat it down, or you see them trying to catch it. It looks like they have 2 left hands. Defensive backs don't catch real well. Nice job breaking on the football. Nice job securing the INT and actually catching it.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Going right to work up top. Makes the catch. It's Nimrod. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to pass. It's Bullock. Fires to the wideout. Just missed his man. Gave him just a little too much.
Man, that's one of those as an offense. You're just staring. No, look at his toe. He was out. The defender was so close to keeping something in bounds to make that an interception. But there's a reason he plays DB. He's on that side of the football, probably because he can't control his body and even get that football.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Finds a man on the left. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
And the Bulls getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. He's down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a first down as they try to score one late in the half. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Now from inside the red zone. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
Well, the defense does an awesome job here with their backs against the wall in their own red zone, coming away with an INT early. That could be a big game-changing type play in this game.
Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. The option look. That should be the final play of the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Scanning the field, it's Bullock. Swings it out to the flat. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Looking for room. It's Powell. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. The Bulls will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Here's the return. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Smith wants to throw. Spits it out to the back. Got it in the middle. It's Alexander. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field. That's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The give to the back. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There have been way too much penetration up front defensively. They have been able to stop him in his tracks.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Grabbed behind the line. It's Alexander. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and so.
He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
Gets the back moving. Back to pass, it's Bullock. Get it out to the supersonic guy. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed him for the defensive holding penalty. So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offense. It's 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. Oh, he's got some space. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
They'll give it to the back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. That's caught. It's Powell. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
This coaching staff has really done a nice job marrying the play-action game to their running game. That looked like that was going to be a run. Everything in that play said they're running the ball downhill. At the last second, quarterback pulled the football, and he was able to complete the throw.
The give to the tailback. Got the first down and more. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Runs through the tackle. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
To the air, it's Bullock. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Well, the receiver did everything right. He ran a good route. He got his head around. He just didn't finish the play. Just look it in.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
When I think you're seeing the mental approach this offense is taking now, with a nice lead here late in the third quarter, they're satisfied to just run the ball and chip away at this clock. This has been a really good-looking drive. Plenty of plays. They're staying on the field. They're bleeding and ticking this clock away. Nice job there getting it done on the ground.
Touchdown, USF! He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Smith dropping to pass. Going to try to get it himself. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping him.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Hand off from the gun. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Caught in the backfield. It's Coleman. Turning it on. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
How about that elusiveness? He's got space. Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another playoff here in the third quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. To the ground. He's got it again. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And you got to love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
And the Commodores now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. He makes the catch, but the official's right on top of it, signaling out of bounds.
Defense pretty lucky on that one. It looked like they were fooled by the play action deep in their own end that time, and they had the guy open, but QB just couldn't link up with him. That easily could have been a touchdown pass.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Smith wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. Third and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up fourth.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. From the gun, the ground game. On the move at the 30. He's loose. He's inside the 40. The 20. He's at the touchdown Bulls. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Minnesota is on the ropes, and it's like they're looking at their corner and saying, no mas. The type of performance we're just not used to seeing in Minneapolis. They're trailing by 24 to Mississippi State. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a... Going to throw it over the top of the D. He's got it inside the 30. He was off to the races, and maybe another step or two, and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Looking for the score. That one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
The Commodores come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Smith dropping to pass. He's got it on the move. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be first and goal from the 6. And the Commodores racing to the line in the hurry-up. The snap sets up the throw. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
After getting nothing, it's second and goal from the 6. They'll run play action. He'll throw it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Vanderbilt.
And you're really starting to see the chemistry that this guy is developing with his quarterback. They hooked up for a touchdown the first game. They do it again here. These two are on the same page.
And they did tack on the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And the defense gets home and gets the quarterback on the ground. We heard all week how important this would be, protecting the quarterback. Last week, this defense had 4 sacks. They've done a nice job. Forget this one and move on.
And the Bulls trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air, it's Bullock. Fires to the right. It's caught. And they're able to make the tackle. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
Quarterback on the keeper. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. The Bulls will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Forced out of the pocket. Grabbed behind the line. It's Durham. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
Throws to the wideout. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Oh, they're after him. Makes the grab inside the 30. No, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The give on the inside. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The idea was to sell that play fake. Nobody was buying it.
You're right, Reese. That D-line, they looked like they had their ears pinned back, and they were coming after the quarterback. You saw dudes rush upfield. They got to that QB fast.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. Trying to take it back. He's marked down at the 21-yard line as the defense comes up with a turnover.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we could put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. It's Bullock. Got a man. It's Nimrod. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
And the Bulls come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. The Bulls will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. And the Bulls will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll try to really get into this one. Hauls it in at the 40. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. They'll start this drive from the 42. Smith wants to throw. Quick completion on the out. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Handoff from the shotgun. There to stop him at the 43, but he gets 5 and moves the sticks. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Going downfield for the big play. This is caught for the late touchdown, so let's not put this one to bed just yet.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Clemson is putting on a show offensively. It feels like this one was over when they touched Howard's Rock.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Out of the gun, the give to the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Bullock. Throwing right. Pulls it in. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Smith. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. He'll keep it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
It'll be 3rd and long. Here's the handoff. They stop him again, and not only that, they've made this 4th down that much harder.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
How much fun was that one? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those 2 teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these 2 squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.